Howdy everyone, it's your boy Poobi, and here, today we have the Polesword. The Polesword is an extremely powerful weapon that can deal a great amount of damage in very few hits. The only downside to this is that the weapon is very slow and most of its damage comes from focus attacks. Starting off with the basics, we have the horizontal string, crouching horizontal. Next we have the vertical string. And then we have crouching vertical, otherwise known as the launcher. Then we have the jumping attacks. Do note that you can mix the horizontal and vertical strings as shown. Lastly, we have the hold charges, which have 3 stages total. The longer you hold the focus charge, the more damage and hits the focus attack will do. The caveat to this is that you risk being parried as they are all focus attacks. And here we have the horizontal focus attack. Here we have the vertical charge, which you can move around without the use of a soul jade. After executing any of the vertical focus attacks, pressing vertical again will allow you to use Torrent Flow, which is a follow-up focus attack. Polesword, the congeneric weapon of the Greatsword, also inherits the stone form from the Greatsword. Just like the Greatsword, there are 2 types of stone form. The first type is the common stone form and is activated when an enemy light attacks into a focus charge. Once this happens, you'll enter a state that blocks all light attacks from enemies. Note, however, depending on the timing and your decision, the interaction can change. If you choose to release a light attack at the same time as the enemy releases a light attack, or just slightly later than the enemy, you'd enter stone form. In this state, you'd block the enemy's light attacks. If you choose to release the focus charge at the same time as the enemy's focus attack, or just slightly later than the enemy, you'll enter the stone form. In this state, you'll block the enemy's focus attack. If you choose to release the focus charge just a bit earlier than the enemy's focus attack, both attacks will cancel out each other and clank. However, if you don't release the focus charge at all, and you hold the charge past the first stage, the enemy's focus attack will take priority. The other type of stone form is called the invincible stone form. In this state, enemies' light attacks will cause damage but not stagger. Also, you block all of their focus attacks. There are many ways you can activate the invincible stone form, but with Polesword, you now have more ways than the Greatsword to enter the invincible stone form. Horizontal and horizontal. First release a horizontal light attack, then hold a horizontal focus charge after, and the invincible stone form would be activated after the enemy releases a focus attack. Alternatively, after releasing both horizontal light and horizontal charge attack, hold horizontal again, and you can still enter invincible stone form. Similar to the horizontal and vertical also enables invincible stone form. Simply hold the vertical charge. However, note that you cannot move during the vertical charge because Polesword's moving vertical cancels the opportunity for entering invincible stone form. The horizontal charge directly after the torrent flow and its follow-up strike would also allow you to enter invincible stone form. The vertical charge directly after releasing Unyielding Hilt also allows you to enter invincible stone form. Do note that both stone forms cannot block purple or gold focus attacks. Moving on, you'd also want to know what to do after entering stone form. The general rule of thumb is that after entering stone form, regardless of which type it is, you can choose to tap horizontal or vertical to release a blue focus counter-strike, while crouching, dodging, or jumping would cancel the stone form. Just like the focus charges, stone form also has stages. The stage of a focus attack released would depend on the stage of your stone form. If you only block one attack during stone form, it's a first stage stone form, and your counter attack would be a first stage focus attack. While 2 attacks would give you a second stage stone form, and blocking 3 or more attacks would give you a third stage stone form. What makes Polesword unique is its special mechanic called Unyielding Hilt. After activating stone form, you can dodge and tap horizontal to release a blue focus attack that will stagger the enemy and allows for a guaranteed follow-up horizontal attack. This is a very effective counter move that allows you to first distance yourself from enemies, then strike back. There are also several options to choose with the release of Unyielding Hilt. You can release Unyielding Hilt instantly with a dodge horizontal, or you can wait. There's a fairly long window for you to choose whether or not you want to release the blue focus attack, so you can dodge away first while watching your enemy's next move. Then react depending on the enemy's action. If the enemy parries, you can guarantee the focus attack. If the enemy doesn't parry, you can cancel with a dodge, crouch, or jump. For Soul Jades, Polesword currently has 2 Soul Jades that change its attacks, the first being Overcomer, which alters the 3rd stage of the Polesword's charged vertical strikes. This can be interrupted by jumping or dodging. The second Soul Jade changes the Polesword's charged horizontal strike into a ranged slash that leaves your enemies burning. This can hit grounded. Polesword is a weapon that dominates alongside the longsword in trios, where the weapon can delete the health of your opponents extremely fast, while also leaving minimal room for clutch situations due to its stone form and incredibly high damage light attack. Here are some tips that are very important to know when utilizing Polesword on the battlefield. Because of stone form, you can charge and hold your focus attacks, leaving your opponents either to parry early, guaranteeing an unpunishable focus attack, or forcing your opponent to activate stone form, leaving your opponent to guess at 50-50. Again, my name is Poobi, and I want to give a special shout out to Naraka Bladepoint for allowing me to showcase such a powerful weapon that I'm passionate about. I hope to see you guys on the battlefield. Take care.